Thank you so much for staying with us on this amazing Wednesday edition of Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, you know, on Wednesdays, we like to give you tips on how to stay healthy on our nutrition segment. And right now, today, for the third time on Wake Up Nigeria, join me as I welcome Ayegbusi Temitokwe Bodunde, a registered nutritionist dietitian, member of Nutrition Society of Nigeria, member of American Society of Nutrition, nutrition advisor. Okay, how far? And his list literally goes on. And today we'll be talking about a very, very interesting conversation: dietary modification and planned physical activity tools for weight reduction. Welcome back to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here today.
Okay, I mean, reading out your profile, how did that make you feel?
Yeah.
Good, right? You put in the work.
Yes.
You put in the work.
Yes.
Nice, amazing. Okay, now today we're talking about something I think is very, very interesting, right? Weight reduction, right? And there's a lot of myths out there. People believe, okay, fine, if you don't eat. Some people say it's intermittent fasting. Some people say it's exercise. So in your from your angle, right, as a nutrition dietitian, what would you say is the best way to go about weight reduction?
Okay. So when you talk of weight reduction, we have many information out there that are not correct. I call them fallacies and fadisms.
Okay.
Because you see many of them, they talk of slimming tea, toasty,
yeah.
all those things, they are not real.
They are not real?
Yes, they are not real. The manufacturer, what they do, they create something we call placebo effect in public health. So they just create a faith, like this works. But when you look at it critically, they are not evidence-based and they are not scientific-based.
Okay.
So when you talk of weight loss, two things play significant role in weight reduction and weight loss. Diet and physical activity.
Okay.
These two things play the major role.
Major role.
Because we are what we eat. It's what you take in, the body process, and the body gives to the cells in the body.
Okay.
So, and when you talk of this diet, before you even go to that, let's talk of our body.
Yeah.
When you talk of metabolizing fat, breaking down fat, the body is divided into three. We have the ectomorph. That is, those are people that their body does not retain fat. Yes, we have the mesomorph. The
mesomorph is one of them.
Yes. The mesomorph, these are people that their body can process fat normal, their body can take in, and their body can use.
Yeah.
And we now have endomorph. Okay. This endomorph, these are people that their body retains a lot of fat tissues, and their body find it difficult to get rid of it. So the first thing, if you find yourself in any of these, then modifications can actually suit your problem, because if you are at the part of the endomorph that your body retains, so you should know that you can't consume like people with ectomorph, because your body can retain more. So if you consume more, your body retain more. That is what we see.
Okay.
In people's body.
This actually makes a whole lot of sense, because I mean people just go on different diets and different exercise regimes and all of that, all in the bid to actually kill the weight. And then now getting to understand that you need to first know your body types. We even know what works for you, whether it's exercising that works for you, or maybe portion control or things like that. But before I go further in the exercise and diet and the way it's meant to work, let's even talk more about the slimming tea. Now, you spoke about the placebo effect. If you don't mind on putting more light on that, because a lot of people actually say, oh yeah, they've had this slimming tea. Some of them actually go on probably some people actually take tablets now and all of that, and say, okay, fine, it actually works. I actually felt lighter. I feel lighter. I feel I've lost a number of kgs. So what we talk about?
It's not true.
It's not true.
Yes. So, because when like those detox tea, what they do is they hydrate the water concentration in the body. You know, the body is made up of a lot of composition, the water, the fat, the muscle. So when you take those slimming tea, they reduce the water, because the water in the body is part of our weight. So
instead of the fat?
Yes. The water is what they hydrate. They remove the water. That's the function of those teas.
Wow.
And those teas to contain high content of caffeines. So when you keep taking them, you are overpowering some of the body organs, like the heart. Yes. People that take them, at the long run, they will be diagnosed of hypertension.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. It's a problem. So there is no any slimming tea, or there is no any kind of ingredient that you need to take to just burn down your fat. It's not possible, because what takes you 2 to 3 months to accumulate.
You can't just burn it down.
You just want to remove it in a twinkle of an eye. It's not possible.
Magic.
Not possible.
Okay, anyway, so now let's head back to the types of bodies that we have and now the perfect diet regimen for these when it comes to weight reduction. Okay,
so, you know, one thing about nutrition is and that makes me happy is because everything we do, everything in our practice is individualized. You understand? So for you to, you want to go on a weight reduction, like the first thing, you have to assess yourself. Okay. You have to do a kind of assessment. So if you do, let me just give a simple clear. You can do what we call body mass index. Okay. And so that body mass index, after you take your weight in kg, you take your height in centimeter, you divide them. It's going to give you a kind of figure. And this figure, at the end of this figure, you are going to compare it with a reference standard. We have a reference standard that at the end of the whole thing, we have 18.5, less than 18.5 is underweight. 18.5 to 24.5 is normal. So 25 to 29.9 is overweight. And from 30 above is obesity. So after you do this, so that will give you a clue of how many kg you need to lose. Yes. So you don't just start taking things and start. So with that, you can now, okay, how can you achieve this? Like I said before, diet and physical activity. So let me talk of the physical activity first. Yes. The physical activity is divided into two. We have the exercise-related thermogenesis. Those are kind of exercise that is structured and planned. Okay. Those are the ones that, okay, at the end of 3 weeks, I'm supposed to lose 1 kg. At the end of 1 month, I'm supposed to lose 2 kg. Because in a concise dietary plan with physical activity plan, the amount of kg you can lose in 1 month is just 2 kg, which is 2,000 grams. Yes, if you follow it strictly, you can't lose more than that. It is, yes, it's evidence-based. Is it evidence-based? Yes. Are you sure? 100%. Okay. You can't lose more than that. 2 kg, 2,000 grams. So, and because it's a continual process. So you have to keep following. So that is why if we are managing, any patient are managing, for you to see a significant result, you will have followed everything I give to you for like 6 months. 6 months? Yes. Okay, that's the reason why I'm asking if you're sure is because I recently just went off the diet. So I actually was on a diet for 21 days. And I lost 4 kg. 21. In fact, I was not even at the end of it. 21. Anyway, it was a combination of portion control and a lot of exercising. Even with the portion control, are you sure? Did you take the assessment from the beginning? I did. Yes, I did check. I checked my weight before, and then I checked it after. Like I said, that we have different body chemistry. True. That might be the factor. True. But on the norms, if we are educating our patients, we can't tell them that they are going to lose 4 kg because if they didn't, if that is not achieved, they think information. It's reasonable, like they're measuring. Yes, it makes sense. So we can say, okay, 2 kg, you have to lose this if in the space of this. So our physical activity, like I was saying, you have to structure this. So the structured one is maybe you do a brisk walking in the morning, 30-minute brisk walking. And brisk walking, when you are walking, you are training your leg, you are training your hand. You are trying to exercise the muscle so that the fat concentration in the body, you are getting rid of them. And we have the non-exercise related. That is the normal occupation activity, like you wake up in the morning, you wash your clothes, you sweep, you cook. All those ones too, you burn a little. But just that one you can't quantify. True. You understand? And the main thing here is not the diet. Okay. What do you eat? You know you already are, maybe you fall at the part of the endomorph, and you are the type that you want to eat, you eat like 5 eggs in a day, you fried all your food, you fried all your food, everything, you are just frying. Because when you fry, you increase the saturation of the fat. And when the saturation of the fat, when the saturation of the fat gets to the body, they create more cholesterol because the saturation contains what we call LDL, low density lipoprotein, that creates extra cholesterol in the body. Okay. Understand? So when you want you're reducing your weight as a person, you are supposed to abstain from fatty food,
food,
fried food, ultra-processed food, like what we discussed last week, ultra-processed food, and even sometimes processed food.
Okay.
You should live solemnly on natural
foods from.
And if you are consuming, yes, our normal cereal-based, rice-based, and if you are eating fruits too, you have to quantify your fruit.
Your fruits, because some fruits actually contain a high level of sugar.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I mean, this conversation can literally go on and on and on, but it's amazing because we're having you here again next week. So hopefully we can continue the conversation and also look at other very important nutritional tips. Thank you so much for being here.